Kart racers are a very easy genre to get into in the video game industry, and because of that, pretty much any brand ever exists has had a kart racer. That includes Nickelodeon, Crash Bandicoot, Sonic the Hedgehog, and now, thanks to Boxsoft, Five Nights at Freddy's. So, FNAF Kart Racing is now a thing, and I am very hyped. Now, there are only 3 courses in this thing so far, and really only one of those courses is polished enough for me to say is complete. The other 2 are just kind of proof of concepts, but even with how rough this game is right now, it is a really good demonstration to what could be a Fazbear racing game. So, for characters, we've got some bangers right out the door. We've got Freddy, we've got Foxy, we've got Chica, we've got Bonnie, we've got the toy animatronics, and Mangle, and now Springtrap. And the original Five Nights at Freddy's cast has 2 different skins each, most of them being references to skins from FNAF AR. These are really cool, and I'm glad that there are so many characters to choose from, because this game is playable online. Yeah, you can actually play this game with your friends, and I would love to play this game with my friends, but before doing that, I need to talk about the negatives. So, one of the big negatives is the graphical quality. If you don't have it on anything but high, the road becomes really hard to see because the textures start blurring really hard. My PC can pretty much run that. It has a little bit of buffer, a little bit of lag, but it can run it pretty well. And if you can deal with the graphical quality, well, then you have to deal with the controls. This game is not made with a controller in mind right now, so all you can play on is the keyboard. And the keyboard is not the way that I prefer playing a kart racer, especially a 3D kart racer. So what I have done is I got Joy-to-Key and a Sega Genesis controller, and I mapped it up that way. If you have a Super Nintendo controller, a Genesis controller, or any type of classic controller that uses a D-pad, I recommend it, because trying to map this to a game controller with a joystick will be terrible, because this is made with a D-pad in mind. It's made with WASD in mind. So if you have a retro controller and you can plug it into your computer, get Joy-to-Key. It will be in the description below. It will be your best friend. They tell you what every key does on the page you download this from, so mapping it up to a controller and Joy-to-Key is the preferred way to play it. Playing this on keyboard? No, it is not fun. But if you can get all that out of the way and deal with the game for its faults, because it is very early in being built, this game is really, really fun. For the one track that is complete, it's pretty wide open. It's kind of hard to do drifts because it's still pretty narrow, but compared to the other 2 courses, it is really fun. And for what it has so far, I think it's interesting. I think the FNAF 2 location needs more stuff to differentiate it from the FNAF 1 location, maybe some carousels or the prize counter, something. The giant music box kind of helps, but there needs to be more differentiating it from Map 1. Map 3 definitely needs whole new wall textures to make it look more like Fazbear Frights, have a more grungy aesthetic to it, have more animatronic parts lying around. There just needs to be a whole lot more to really convince me that I'm in Fazbear Frights and not the same level 3 times. I think that for what they're going for, they want you to be playing as a toy in these real locations. So if they are going for that aesthetic, that's really cool, because Fazbear toys exist in universe, so it's actually a neat little way to explain how you're racing in these locations. I think that the balancing is fine. I think that the items you've got are generic and need to be replaced with like Fazbear equivalents. Maybe instead of just fire to boost, it would be like a pepper, a chili pepper, and maybe instead of bananas, you could throw down pizzas or something. I think it needs to lean more into the Fazverse side of it, but for what you've got right now, this is actually a really good racing game. What do you think though, Luminous?
I think the game looks really cute. I love that they're using the FNAF world models to make it look like they're little toys racing around the pizzeria. I definitely think that they should work more on how the maps look though. I'd also love it if they'd focus on adding in more tracks in general. And I think differentiating some of the items would be good for more FNAF stuff. maybe instead of pizza being the thing that makes you slip, it's a wet floor sign, and like you could pick pizza up and throw it behind you, and it'd be something like the blooper, where it covers your screen with pizza instead of. I don't think there's an equivalent in the game right now, but I think that'd be cool. Overall, I think it looks good so far, and I think it is promising. And they should definitely widen the tracks on the other two maps, because they are just way too narrow.
Yeah, I think that the main thing that this guy should focus on is improving the 3 tracks that he has till like they're actually presentable. Complete 1 more track so then you have a full circuit, at least Mario Kart logic wise, and get all the items that you want implemented. You need some type of turtle shell type power up where you throw it at people. You definitely need some type of blooper power up. There are quite a few like classic racing staples you don't have yet. And I do kind of agree with Luminous with the whole maybe a wet floor sign could make you slip instead of the other, because Chica does reference that in Ultimate Custom Night. And maybe the pizza being thrown would be cool for like the screen to go over. I think that there's a lot of possibilities that you could do with the Fazbear universe, and I think that you should lean into that. Also, if Scott does see this game, I really hope it gets picked up for the Fanverse initiative, because this game is such a cool idea, and every single thing needs a kart racer, and this is definitely that for FNAF. But even if it does stay free, I'm still going to play it, and I'm going to follow it till it's complete. And when it is complete, I'll do a follow-up video on it. The link to get this is in the description below. If you like this FNAF video, please hit that like button. If you know other people that like FNAF, share this video to them. It will help everyone out. It'll help this channel grow. It'll help get some new exposure to us. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this, you should hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, do everything that YouTubers tell you to do, because it actually does help out and it helps us make more content like this.